Now to the Teamsters union and the trouble its Central States pension fund is facing. That fund, one of the Teamsters' largest, is warning hundreds of thousands of members that their benefits may be cut. Its financial problems have been years in the making, and under a new federal law, it's not just current workers that could take a hit, but retirees as well.
No cuts! No cuts!
The proposal to cut benefits by an average of 23% is just what Teamsters President James Hoffa feared last month when he came out to support legislation introduced by Vermont Senator and presidential candidate Bernie Sanders, designed to create an emergency fund aimed at propping up endangered multi-employer pension funds.
When a promise is made to working people, that promise must be kept. We are not going to slash pensions in this country.
If nothing else, any benefit cuts by the Central States Pension Fund promise to be painful. Back in the 1960s, when trucking boomed and the interstate highway system was still relatively new, the Central States Fund held a lot of financial and political capital. Now it's blaming its problems on deregulation in the trucking industry, which it says has led to fewer companies and fewer union members. An aging population is also putting greater demands on the fund. Central States says it will run out of money in 10 to 15 years if no changes are made, because it claims it's paying out $2 billion a year more than it's taking in. Instead, it's asking for potentially painful cuts, except for retirees 80 and older, who won't be affected. Multi-employer plans cover about 10 million people, but federal officials say about 1 million of those are in plans that are struggling. Multi- and single-employer plans are both covered by government insurance if they run out of money. But the coverage maximum for a multi-employer plan tops out at less than $13,000 a year. The annual cap for single employers is more than $54,000. If the Central States Fund is able to cut benefits, there are fears more plans will follow. The Treasury Department, which will review the plan, appointed Kenneth Feinberg, who most recently oversaw compensation in the GM ignition key case, to hear complaints. And there are sure to be a few.